and welcome. Ryan here from Fiskal, and today I'm going to take you through applying deposits in Cin7 Core for sales orders. Right, so let's go create ourselves a sales order. Okay, a few things to note before I actually begin is that we are integrated with Xero, although this workflow does it is applicable to integration with QuickBooks Online or QBO. And yeah, okay, so let's select our customer, Dennis Menace. We're going to select Fiskal as the supplier, and we're going to skip the quote. We're not going to put any of these details in. Right, okay, let's go to the order. Okay, so we cannot apply a a deposit to nothing. So let us create a sales order for black pens. I think that's what we've got here. There we go. Let's say we're going to sell 10 of them. Let's say they're $10 each. Okay, and you will see that we have a customer credit section over here. We have an additional charge section over here, but we don't have a payment section, specifically a payment section. And that's because it only comes in on the invoice. Okay, let's authorize this sales order. Let's now imagine that we have sent it to our client. So we can say email, sales order, and then we get given a prompt so that we can actually go through that a little bit now. We get given a pop-up box where we can input some emails and then the body of the email as well, and then select send. Okay, we can also print it, sales order, and then we get given a downloadable version of the sales order. Okay, now that we have an authorized sales order, we can add a customer credit, and very important is this is the customer prepayments control account. This is set up in our reference books in the deposit account section under the account mapping section of the reference books. Okay, so now let's say our customer accepted the sales order. He said, okay, cool. And he's paid us, he or she has paid us $50 of the $109 that we are owed. They gave us a deposit of $50. We can then go here. So we've received it in our bank account. It's reflecting in Xero. And we can say, okay, cool. It went to this bank account. There's a string of reference numbers over there. What date was it paid on? And how much was the amount? We can create it. Okay, now, because the integration settings are only pulling on invoice only, or syncing on invoice only, it means that orders, sales orders, or purchase orders are not being pushed into Xero. They live 100% only in Cin7. Okay, so we have now this prepayments set to Dennis Menace, and now we can go to our invoice. Right, let's say now we're happy to start processing, and we can convert this into an invoice. So we can say authorize, let that load, and now it gives us a pop-up. Right, the customer has an unused deposit for the sale. Do you want to allocate it? We say yes. Okay, now we say select, and we can add and save. And now when we go to the invoice section or the payments section, you'll see that we have the account that it went to. So it's the 1230. Where's this account? That is the customer prepayments account. So that's where this payment is coming from. It's not coming directly from our 1001 Chase bank account that the payment originated from. It came from the prepayments account, because what happened in Xero was the payment was made, it reflected in Xero, and it was reconciled. Well, we will be reconciling it later, but it gets matched to the prepayments account. Okay, and so now we have the credit for the sale of 0129. Okay, and it was a 50% deposit. Now we can continue and say, okay, cool, he's made the rest of the payment, and we only have the bank account available here. That's where the payment was made to. Now we have another reference, the date, today as well, amount, and we can just put the balance in there, 525, okay, and pay it. Now it's a fully paid bill, or fully paid invoice. We can go through the pick, pack, and ship process. But yeah, that's essentially it. And now what happens is when we sync to Xero, we have this credit that's coming out of that account, and the payment that was made to our Chase check account. And then it can be reconciled together to that invoice in Xero.